This is a poem called A Band of Brothers to Men's Group. It's from the book By the Morning of Our Healing. A band of brothers are we, a chosen family, an easy company. We tend together now, comfortable with each other, feeling open. For as 30 years go, so go trust in friendship and union. But we also can be misguided and wayward, soft and hard, loving and not. Not one of us is the better, and all the worse at times. Our dreams and pains are a complicated geography of relationships, which are not to be sorted out without blood and scotch we bring to group. We meet, and over time, over hardships, over beer, over frustrations, we open our lives and give an opening to others, whom we trust with our secrets and our expedient liabilities. We do not know, nor do we strive to understand completely our soul's needs. It is enough to show up and be counted in this week's lottery of issues. We are but there to see what can come from a group of men, brilliant and fragile, seeking what no one knows and fewer can articulate. Our stories resonate with our common bearing on this life of love and work in the manly intensity that has to do with our hand decisions. Sharing soul may meet with a tear or a joke, and not one of us can predict with any degree of collegiate accuracy which way the zeitgeist will sway. We have been in both spheres of discussion. One says that this is a life work, solidified by our friends' reactions. The other speaks to the need for a hook to oust the faking perpetrator wasting our time and freedom. To be a man is no clear trip these days. There are many roads and many flights to catch, whose destinations are not reported until on board and with bags in the overhead. Blind leading the blind, mice in charge of mice, will not suffice to answer the heated questions. But we have shot our darts closer to the target and at least have made it stick to the wall. We have taken our collective wisdom earned by our trips across the ocean and down the Mississippi and across the street and across the table. Our intuition is not a woman's prerogative only because we have found truth in the ways that Sherlock Holmes would bargain and in ways that a politician would commit grand larceny to achieve. We acknowledge that this life is better when shared and talked about. It is made less costly by meeting in the context of sharp minds remembering their dull moments. We attach weight to another's troubles in the hopes of finding a solution if one is asked for or at least visible. We do offer more than nothing for hard-earned testimony. We do not take lightly membership in our troupe of would-be actors who, except for luck, have been gainfully employed and gainfully loved. We accept that these are our peers. These are our equals. These are men who have been in the fight, in the movement, in the wars, and in the corner office. They have seen the world and have the scars to prove it. At least, that is what they say. They have lived the scene and they have read the script they were given, and it fits most of the time. They offer their gut compasses and their childhood impressions and their ideas deeply rooted in their revealed angst. I cannot envision myself without my men and their counsel and challenge. Love is probably not the right thing to call it, nor is it a malevolence of will. In group, there's an edge upon which we stand, like on an overhang, 20 stories up. You're on your own until there's blood, at which point there's more than enough medicinal ointments brought out of our bags to kill a horse in stride. We mean only to maim, but not to make it fatal. This comes on the back of respect like a bronco. Jump on or get out of the way. We're not insensitive or overly committed. We talk a tightrope line, the life allowed to men to be present and capable of the most heroic acts. But then as well in the same breath, we allow to face dispassionately the crisis knell of a person we dare to call in our better moments our friend. We will not allow one to fall too far without a net, but we also will not say who brought the net or in what drawer it is hidden. And this dance of options, that is group. This carousel of arguments, that is group. This agreement to give up your firstborn, that is group. This is what has led me to this point. I have found myself reflected in the musings of group more than I care to note. I have heard my name. I have seen my body shadow. I have lived out the boundaries that bind my soul in this group, and I do not regret its impact on my life. It is in my bones as I now live, and the strength of my bones is only the harder because of it. I shall the worse at some point be, but that will be my doing. For the lessons of group, this band of brothers shall persist and follow me even beyond this life.